Hi guys, just working on the chat functionality, which I didn't realize was disabled when I did it as a kids level item. So give me a few moments and I'll get everything set up. I think I can do this here. Don't mind me, just figuring stuff out. Properties? Yeah. I have to do this over here. Okay. Yeah, I definitely don't need that echoing. Yeet. There we go. Well, that looks terrible, but docs, chat, that should start to actually work now. Great. Okay. Fortunately, that chat is in like live mode stuff, but sure. Sweet. Oh, that's now in dark mode. Maybe it'll refresh in dark mode. We'll see. Okay, back to waiting. Local side. Yes, we are good. We are in. All right, everybody. Is stream choppy? I am unsure. If it is, I don't know if there's anything more I can do about it. Settings. I think so. Can I do that on the fly? I don't know. Video output is currently live. Turn off any outputs to change video settings. Okay, what is outputs? Okay. Okay, here's my audio again. So hopefully everyone can at least hear me now as I work on this. I thought I had it working, but I guess I didn't really have a way of knowing. Then we have to work on Lindsey's audio, which I thought was coming through desktop audio. Hello all. This is our inaugural stream. So as you can imagine, we have moderate ideas of how everything works. Moderate, confusing to moderate. So I'm trying to figure out where Lindsey's audio output would go. No. You need audio. Audio output capture. Create new. How? It should just be picking up the audio from thing. Dear Katazua, can you hear Lindsey as well? I know this is gonna be on a delay, but yeah. Oh, great to know. Oh boy. Okay, audio output capture, okay. Device. Oh, audio output capture. I can output capture from here. Okay. Try now. I think this should work.
We'll see if things are working in about 10 seconds.
Yes, this works. This should work. All right, let me fix. Well, this needs a better title. Rename.
Let's see.
So I can
Stream's
find it. All sound happening. Great. Let me fix audio output capture. Headphone
I'm not
output.
listening.
And then we're gonna go here. And we're gonna go audio output capture. Headphone.
Switching scenes. Scenes are being switched.
Great. All right. I think we're in functionality mode now.
We are functional. We are a flip book.
I do hear audio from somewhere, which I shouldn't. That's muted. That's muted. I don't know what that is. That's nothing. That's nothing. Oh,
my nails done. So that works out nicely since that you'll be seeing a lot of them.
Close. Ooh, fancy.
Let's see if I can make camera go. Nope. Camera's not going to do it.
Okay.
But they are appropriately sparkly.
Great. Okay. We have done a thing. We have a chat. We have everything. Give us a few seconds and we'll officially start. Everybody, 1 second, because we're going to lower our resolution so that we can lower the choppy. It won't be quite as pretty, but it'll be prettier. You save one, gain the other. So, one final sip there. Give us 1 moment. We're going to stop streaming, adjust the resolution, because we can't do that midstream, and then restart. And that'll be that. Okay.
Yes.
And then I think we'll be good to start because I don't know what else I could do from there, but we're going to try that.
We're going to do it as a test. It'll be fine.
Everything is fine. This is a test of the
Everything's
Ningo Bingo
fine.
broadcasting system. If this was an actual emergency, your doll would be falling on the floor and the ear would be chipped. Everything's fine.
Oh, don't even put that, like, energy into the universe.
Yes. Okay. So everything's fine. Everything's fine. Okay. Side by side. Hi, I'm Rebecca.
And I'm Lindsay.
And now that I'm verifying, we both have audio, mic aux, blue ball, headphone output. Great. And we are Ningo Bingo, where you keep collecting dolls.
But never seem to win the game. Only today, at least some winning has occurred because I am collecting in a whole new way that I've never done before. A whole new way, a whole new scale,
Stream amazing. Thank you.
a whole new type.
I tried very hard at stream.
We're trying so hard.
Yeah.
Thank you, Wolfie. I really appreciate you sticking it out while we're having our technical difficulties.
It's
It's
not technical difficulties. It's called learning on the fly because yes.
Of this.
There's a box. Wait, let me do
This.
Local side. There we go. Show it again in the bigger screen. I made it bigger.
It's because of this.
Yay! We have a box. And in the
We have a
box,
very big box.
there's a tinier box. And in that box, there's a doll.
There's another box, and then I will be able to myself and hit it with a hammer. No. As you can see, if you aren't familiar, it is TinyFox, who is a Chinese artist who has been very hot lately in terms of the 1/4 to 1/6 scale. Lower end is not the word I want. They specialize in extruded plastic and vinyl type bodies and doing not a lot of different kinds of bodies or heads like we usually see in the BJD space, but in very beautiful full sets on top of a fairly standard body head combination that they have, which is coming out of the tradition of vinyl collectible toys. If you're familiar at all with, like, I don't even quite remember what they're called, but like there's a whole collectible artisanal like blind box vinyl toy thing where an artist will take like a base form and then like iterate on it like 6 different times and it becomes a gotcha box where you get one of the designs off of it. But it's in like a high art kind of way. And that's been around for a very long time. This is basically coming out of that tradition and those materials, but going into a fully ball-jointed, strung doll as the base, and then doing these beautiful full sets or these beautiful complete pieces with them, either as small gotcha in and of themselves, like even the bodies, some artists in similar scale, they're usually 1/4, no bigger, they will have the bodies as a gotcha even, where it's like you get whatever head or whatever color skin for like a full 1/4 doll that you want, or not that you want, that you don't know what you're getting. But TinyFox does these gorgeous full sets for a very reasonable amount of money for a full set. And someone might be me, given in when I saw this one.
Oops, even though, were you ever really saving for Amy Ayase?
She is outside of the realm of possibility at this exact moment in time.
Not at this exact moment, but I mean like future.
She is not really within my full... I don't hunger for her in the way that I hungered for Lita Inverse. She's more of a dream.
A dream
exists.
A dream.
And if the right situation comes along, then I will look for her. And I've been kind of out of the hobby for a little while. So, this, however, is $300. So
let's talk about $300 a little bit. Just
a little bit under her.
What does $300 usually get in the vinyl 1/4 hobby in Volks?
$300 for a Volks? Maybe you got half a doll, maybe.
I think you just maybe get a blank doll. I can look it up really quick.
You can maybe make a blank Dolphy meaty if you really tried. And if you're going secondhand.
Let me see. I'll look really fast. Faster. No dead time. And I also don't have a nice screensaver capture thing for this yet. Dolphy Dream.
Well, we can talk through it of what you're doing. So you're going
Dolphy
to the Volks website.
Bodies. $317 gets you the mini Dolphy Dream base body.
Mm-hmm.
F3, $317. No head, no wig, no shoes.
Yep.
That's what you get.
That's what you get.
Yeah, All Fights is already... Yeah, that's exactly what you get. So let's figure out what you can get from TinyFox. So...
oh yeah, I believe you have the link in our communal chat to her directly, as well as the a deal in America that I worked through.
So
James Dolland is excellent, and I really enjoyed her reliability.
To here, we'll see if it allows me to do things. I think it is, because I am the moderator, I would hope. Learning everything on the fly. Okay, close that, and don't close this, and then go back to here. There's so many windows, good God. So that's the official site, but you have purchased from James Dolland, which I think is a USA
yes
official.
Jane is run by Jane, and they are a official dealer for a lot of companies right now, and I find them infinitely reliable. I've ordered from them quite a few times at this point, especially on long-term pre-order. Like, you have to trust a thing for a long-term pre-order, and this is a long-term pre-order. The not as long as some can be, but it was like a 6 to 8 month potential window.
So, okay, now we can start opening the box. I think we've done an appropriate amount of
sort of like background.
Yeah.
I highly suggest you look at them. I am also, there's one more full set that she does that I keep looking at over and over again. That's caught my attention in a certain way that who knows how long we'll see how I resist that. But in order to open this thing, I have brought my favorite tool.
A stabby do?
A letter opener.
A stabby do.
It is technically a letter opener, so it is not actually meant for harming individuals.
No,
but
just
it
for
is,
harming
makes
letters.
You feel very good.
Or at least the envelopes.
Cool. Yes. So we can get into here. Now, if I was really clever, I'd have a second camera already set up to like do a top down or something, and I'm not that good yet. We're just babies. We're still learning.
Yeah,
you just get to see and enjoy with me the fact that I am stabbing something.
Yeah, I wouldn't even know how to do that. Like maybe a separate computer with a separate Discord account that then I also have in a window.
I could stream it to like a window on my computer, and I could then stream that to you, and then you could pull it off of there.
But then how do I get that and you at the same time?
Mm-hmm.
I don't.
This is why streamers use very big computers all the time.
Yeah, I could. I feel like I could maybe figure that out at the local side, but not at the not local side.
So I've opened the top. Need a little bit of light and stuff my glass so you can see what I'm doing. So, box, really nicely double, triple taped. Make sure nothing happens.
I like the branded tape. That's cool.
I also like the branded tape. I like little details like that where, like, from the beginning, you know, like, someone thought about your process of opening it, which continues to be true. And I kind of don't like this because I kind of made a scratch in it now. Not in something important, but in something I would prefer not to have a scratch in. And the moment you open the top, there she is.
Fabulous.
She is right there in the top.
Oh, look at the art. That's cool.
Yeah. So you see that art on, you don't see it on the James Dolland version of, everything's reversed, of the listing, but you do see it on the TinyFox website that there's these beautiful pieces of concept art for all of them. And you'll notice in the concept art there is this crown that she has that is not actually part of the full set, which it kills me on the inside.
Oh, weird, because I
thought can get in contact with some folks we know who do 3D printing, I am thinking about finding a way to obtain it in other means.
Yeah, because I thought they even showed it as part of the art, the photos for the doll.
Yeah, but they did too. Like, I knew this. They did say already in the listing that it was not part of the actual full set. That it was not available. That it was for pictures only.
Darn.
And I can only imagine they had something made it difficult to manufacture. But since we know some folks who do some 3D printing in resin,
yeah.
I imagine there will be a way for me to obtain it for myself in other ways, because it looks really cute.
Might utilize those people as wait, where is this other window? There's
interesting. What I did not expect, you know how you open a Volks box and there's like the doll layer and then all the other layer of all the other things that are in like part of the full set of the box. Lena Inverse was that way because she had so many parts.
Yeah.
This is just one whole box.
Oh.
Like you would see on, on display in a store.
It does give me Akihabara flashbacks.
Yeah, but she thick.
Oh.
From here to here is the depth of the box.
Oh, because probably the bottom has all this stuff in it. Yeah.
Yes, but look how beautiful.
Very cool.
She is so cute, and on the back is an even bigger version. This box. Oh, the way I don't need any more of the concept art.
A brief pause to address chat.
Yes.
From top to bottom, All Faith says, "Why does TinyFox avoid making shoes for all their full sets?"
No, they're avoiding making shoes. I think it might be a style thing. Shoes are hard, though.
I mean, it just might be a skill that they don't have and don't want to have. Like, for a long time, I didn't want to have the skill of putting together a frickin' live stream because audio was difficult enough, but I decided maybe if I do live streams, I don't need to edit the audio, and that's what I have decided. Speaking of which,
hey.
Kira? Yes, that's why I wanted to...
I recognize this person.
Kira says, "Hello, just a quick word to say I've listened to all your podcast episodes and I love them. Hi from France. Hello from the northeastern USA. What's up?"
You're in France. Oh my goodness. It's so delightful to have you, and I'm so glad you enjoy what we do. Hopefully we'll be doing more of it in the coming times.
Maybe we'll
as the world is less crazy.
Yeah, maybe we'll do Sunday sips, and we'll have tea and wine or whatever else we like to have on Sunday, and just
talk about
whatever
it is.
Yeah,
hopefully BJD related.
One moment, I need to. There's a boy. Come here.
You want me to get him?
Oh no, he needs to be a star.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, he needs to be here. Oh, let me do here. Yes. Hello, buddy. You're on candid camera. You're guilty of interrupting a podcast.
Again, this is not the first time this has happened. It's just the first time people have seen it, have watched it.
There you go. Look at the camera. Good boy. Good boy. Okay, you're free now. Okay, switching back to...
Some things. So, as you are having a good cat time, I am noticing a few things from transit. The exterior of the box is a plastic sleeve that's made out of a fairly hardy type of like plastic you might expect to be on like a Barbie, like the outside of a Barbie or a oh, what's the company thinking of that has all the joints? That's not ball jointed dolls.
Figma.
It makes me think of Figma. The box itself is fairly well protected with this plastic sleeve. There is some denting and scratches from transit, which is kind of what you expect, because it was just placed inside of an exterior, completely sized to it. Cardboard box, there was nothing else, like not even paper to kind of protect it. So even if I wanted to keep her in this, I wouldn't want to, because from opening it, I did a big scratch down the middle of the front here that you may be able to see if I hold it at an angle. Which is a little bit of a bummer, but that's lovable. I'm not a collector, keeps things in boxes.
And a brief aside to do the YouTube thing and just say, remember to click that thumbs up button because it helps the algorithm, blah, 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 find us, blah, 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 blah. Okay, continuing.
If you like this, then like it more, and then we'll do it more frequently.
And subscribe for more, and comment after it's done, and all that fun stuff, so more people can find
it. Ring the bell.
Ring the bell. I actually, some of the YouTube people that I'm on are so prolific that I have to I think you have to manage each account depending on how prolific a person is. We are not prolific. We will not be that prolific. We'll have one video a week if life is grand. Yeah, so you can go ahead and put all those little bells on for us.
This is extremely cute. Okay.
Ooh, I want to see.
So, all right.
So brand on the
top.
Brand on the top.
It opens on the top. I was a little rough with it, so our plastic cover is a little cracked here, but I'm not surprised. But it says TinyFox. And then, as I open it, it says hi.
Hi.
It says Fox says hi on the top, just as you're coming in.
Fox. What does the fox say?
It's so cute.
Fox says
I didn't
hi.
have to do that. And as you can see, this is very similar to the box I have opened for my A zones. There is a back part that has probably all the clothes and everything else in it, and then the front sleeve that has just that's a vacuum formed plastic to hold the body. And then we get some ASMR as I take it out of the box.
Yeah.
She is weightier than I anticipated.
She's
heavy.
She's vinyl, right? Vinyl internal with an internal skeleton.
I thought so. She might not be vinyl. She might be extruded smooth plastic.
I don't know. Katazu, I believe you have a TinyFox. Oh, wait, no. There's TinyFox, and Fox something, and I get them mixed up.
There's more than one. And no, she is hefty. She is not vinyl. She is something.
What is she? Wait.
I don't have my hands directly on her quite yet. My instinct is just a very nice type of plastic. I don't see it. No, she's definitely plastic from the way her knees are.
Interesting.
And her knees are not strung jointed, they're jointed, if that makes sense.
Yay. I'm excited to see via camera.
See, now everyone's can see me go, sniffs. I'm sniffing to figure out what material it is, okay? Don't judge me.
A lot of people have said they really like new doll smell. I did like the vinyl.
Part of her.
I don't know. The vinyl new doll smell was a little much. But the resin I kind of liked.
Ooh, she has some weight to her, which is very nice.
What is up? We have in the chat, Lisa loves tribbles. I also love tribbles. One famous Father's Day many years back, I made a tribble for my dad, who says, "Hello from Okinawa. Are you local to Okinawa or part of the base?"
Oh my goodness.
So
most of this is happening below screen for everyone.
That's okay. You gotta bring that up
because I was not expecting her to feel so smooth.
You gotta bring her up like Simba or Rafiki.
How is YouTube with naked dolls? I don't remember where it's at with that.
Well, whatever it is, we have people in the live stream, and we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
You
can care about it later. So, here she is. She's got this beautiful detailed face up on, which I will try to make the camera.
Yeah, try to block your head, because if you block your head, it tries to focus on the next head-like item.
see if it wants to do it.
Yeah, the face is really good. I like the red on the side. It's very Chinese. I don't know. In Genshin, there's like a million.
I know what you're thinking of, but it has this nice contrast because the rest of her is going to be very blue.
Yeah.
That's very thoughtful. There is, if I'm looking at her, like this most delicate little blushing. It definitely reminds me of what the Dolphy Dreamheads look like when they come out of Volks, where they clearly have like a masking system.
Yeah, so it's painted with a mask.
Definitely painted with a mask. It's so delicate though that it's absolutely gorgeous. She has, I don't know if you guys can see. If I can get her close enough in the right way.
If you
take tiny painted teeth.
If you take a picture with your phone and text it to me, I can, or throw it into the Discord chat somehow, I can import that as a thing quickly.
Let's see if I can.
Thinking on the fly.
See, gosh, now I need to like have nice lighting for it, and everyone gets to watch the head of someone who's taking a photograph of something else.
This is fine. This is what live streaming is. This is how you do.
Is it?
It's how you.
Is this how they do it?
This is how they do it.
This is how we do it.
If you want to, while you're doing that.
There we go.
Actually, yes. Now you can continue to distract while I input.
Yes.
Photos.
Yeah. No. Katazua, I would be delighted to let you take a look at her in person because she is freaking gorgeous, and I'm so excited that we have a few friends just trickling in. And now, if you're a person who has listened to our podcast, now you're hearing all the parts Becca edits out later.
Yeah, absolutely. I do. Despite the fact that our podcasts are well over an hour to an hour and a half long, like, I trim the fat. I trim a lot of that fat.
We're on call with each other for quite a while.
So what I was going to say was that red, I feel like a lot of the characters, especially characters that are associated with the Chinese region of Genshin Impact, have that red paint on their eyes, and I'm wondering if that's a Chinese cultural thing or something like that.
I think red is a good luck color, and I think it is very frequently used in like performance, like traditional Chinese performance as part of that performance makeup. So that might be part of the zeitgeist imagery of what fantastical looks like.
So like kind of like maybe like quoting or getting a feeling from Chinese opera makeup a little bit or something like that.
Like, you know how in Western media, or at least let's be specific and not be generic about it, like in American media, if we think fantastical, we think of like the opulent types of medieval costuming that we see in theater. And then project that on like the imagery of what fantasy looks like. And then every culture has their own milieu of what fantastical comes from and things like that. So I think that sort of that look of having like the sharp and very distinct makeup goes along with the image of what does fantastical look like, what is the language that tells you you're looking at a fantasy object, which might be part of what you're picking up on here. I do think it's mostly it's much more pink in person. I think it's mostly just to create this like that warm softness. You know are you familiar with the makeup style where you make kind of look almost like you have a cold, where you like make it red around the eyes and the nose, and it like gives this like naturalized softness that, if overdone, makes you look a little sick, like you've been rubbing your eyes all day. That's very popular right now in like Korean and Japanese media. So I assume in China it's also fairly well viewed. So I think that's a little bit of where it's coming from as well.
I swear I just saved
this
image.
I'm very excited to see her put together and like see how that fits into the larger artisanal vision. Kira, I don't know why no one else is doing it. Kira said, you're actually the only serious show about BJD collecting at least on podcasting, and I think that's pretty cool. I think we're doing something unique. I'm still trying to figure out what material she's made out of. It's not resin, but it feels heavy like resin, so I'm very confused.
Is her head, I'm curious why this doesn't save as the right thing. Okay, let me try that.
Maybe it is a type, it's so hard.
Is her head vinyl?
It has like the solid sound of plastic.
Okay.
So does the head. The head like has like a hollowness that vinyl doesn't have.
I'm gonna go. Okay. Oh, okay. We're in
How does
with
the
the
head...
image. Pardon
It's
me
just
as I resize this thing.
whatever it's made out of, it's very sturdy. I think it's just a type of plastic. I don't think it's vinyl.
Here, I'll hold this to the
But
side
it
while
has
you're
a
thinking
slight
about this.
softness to it. This is so. I mean, I'm sure that. I am sure it says. I'm sure the website told me this.
I know, like,
don't
some
remember.
vinyls are just harder, but okay. So here's the face. We're
Well,
gonna cover
definitely got
every
an internal skeleton.
We're doing this live. We're covering up everything with this face right here. Here we
Yes.
go.
So that you guys can get a better close up at this.
Yeah, here we go. So.
Oh, thank you, Lisa. That is a delightful thing to let us know. That is the type of thing that helps us know that it is worth going through
Yes.
all of the effort in doing the editing and the discussing and the legwork that we do for these.
So,
Because, I mean, we can talk to each other and not have to record it. It's fine. But if other people are listening to us and that we're bringing you something that brings you excitement or joy or entertainment, then that's the whole reason for the season, as they say.
and I'm sorry if I'm not terribly chatty as I'm logisticking. I'm just logisticking.
Yeah,
So,
I'm face right now while Becca's doing the background stuff. Allphase asks, how long have you guys been in the BJD hobby? Which is a very good question. I've been, it depends on how you define in terms of owning things, not nearly as long as being aware of the hobby and watching the hobby, for example. I know let's say about 15 years, I think, actively aware of the hobby to the point of identifying what's going on and being intrigued and interested in it and being able to be like considered someone who knows a thing or two. But more like 7 if no, 20 years. 20 years in the hobby, 15, 10 owning.
yeah. Let's
I think
see.
for me.
My first doll was around 2005.
Yeah, so that would have been about 18 years ago.
So it was like, because it was it freshman year that I got the body, just the body.
Living together.
Yeah.
No, we were together, so it wasn't freshman, it was sophomore.
Sophomore. So 2006.
And I didn't own until several years after you.
Yes.
So I'm an owner for maybe 10-ish. I'll say around a decade, just to like have a number.
Kira
15,
says
10.
that their first doll was SD Chris in the pages of Dolly Bird.
Oh, SD Chris was good.
SD Chris had this cool like pale look, as I remember.
Yes. Yes, he did.
So I've now figured out how to edit in images as we go. So just let me know.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'll work on that silliness.
So let's take a look at how this body's put. Becca, while I am showing this, could you do the legwork of reading the web page that will absolutely tell you what this is made out of?
Oh, yeah. You do the thing, and I do the other thing, and then we'll do all the things.
Take a walk through the bodies. We're trying to figure out what it's made out of. I swore it was vinyl, but it's not feeling like vinyl, so I'm probably wrong. I don't think it's resin, though, because it's not acting like resin at all. I think it's just a very high-quality plastic. I'm not seeing any seam lines, though, which is wild. So here she is.
If it's no seam lines, it's gotta be vinyl.
No, it's not.
Question mark? Unless they just finish it.
It's an interesting thing. There's something interesting in the back of her elbow, but we'll get there when I get there. All right, so here's the head. She has full movement all the way around, as you might imagine. She is not strung. She is jointed differently, and we'll get into that. Head is just a pressure fit. If you move it the right way, you can peel it out. This is fascinating. It's not like a tension system. This is much more like the Dolphy Dream system. There is a screw with a wing nut in it.
Ooh. Oh, they sell. I was looking at their thing on Jane's Dolland. They sell kits that you can use to hybrid vinyl with resin and resin with vinyl.
Oh, does it look much like this, where there's like a wing nut situation? Because I am gonna have to take her head off eventually to like put her eyes in, so I might as well, right? Let's investigate, because I don't think anyone's gone into depth of how these these dolls are put together.
I'm very
I've
curious.
seen other people talking about them. I've seen Jane's Dolland like doing like a little like this is what the full set looks like, but I don't see anyone who's got into how they go together.
Oh my god, I'm on the website and I just saw this panda. I guess I got
Panda's really cute.
Shit.
See?
I mean,
so I've taken off the head.
what are these?
because I'm going to need to do that anyway. I took this wing nut off, which you may or may not be able to work correctly. See, my webcam is not particularly good for up close. Little wing nut made out of plastic. There is a spacer that kind of takes the pressure of the wing nut. There's a little dent in it just for the wing nut to sit in when it's fully tightened. So it's not like biting into the actual doll itself.
Is there like a part that talks about the bodies, or?
And then here's sort of like what it looks like. It has like, I mean, this is a very familiar looking jointing system. And then when it's off, this reminds me very much of Dolphy Dream. This situation where there's clearly an internal skeleton body.
Okay. So if it's an internal skeleton, we know it's not resin.
It's definitely not. Yeah, no, she's so solid. I'm so confused by this.
Okay.
Because I have a Dolphy Dream upstairs. I know what the vinyl bodies look like. I think this might be an internal skeleton with a like, I don't know.
So
I don't know what's happening. I don't know what is happening.
So they sell.
We have to do some research on this.
They sell
And there's, like,
anti-staining
a stop
clothing,
here.
and anti-staining clothing, like, speaks to me of vinyl.
Right?
Like,
But plastic can also take that. Like the A-zones aren't vinyl, and they take stains.
is there just
They're
like,
just a soft plastic, so that staining does happen. But like, let's just first of all, the detailing. If I can get the light to give me some chiaroscuro going on, so you can really see the detailing on the shoulders.
Ooh.
Like that's some beautiful detail,
I like it.
right? I am always a sucker for like delicate little
And your
molding.
Your to the side light is actually working perfectly for this, as opposed to a ring light, which would just make it all very evenly.
Which it's also like a bright white doll. Yeah, so that works. So now you can kind of see it, and like, oh, she's got butt dimples.
Oh my god, the butt dimples! Fairyland. Fairyland's people 70 used to have butt dimples, and that was the saddest thing
I love the sculpting in the body. It's very beautiful. It's clearly well thought out. And also, like, up here for the collarbone area, which you see prominently in the doll's design.
Yeah.
Like, this is beautiful. I wasn't expecting this level of detail.
The two little peg caps at the back of the shoulder are not aesthetically great, but that'll only matter. That'll only
I like
matter
them
if you
because
show.
they're symmetrical, geometric. Because it's part of how the arm moves. But that means that the arm itself actually moves very smoothly, and the line is very much contained. But she has a lot of like motion, and you can see on the top where it reminds me a lot of Figma there. And as you go into the arm, like it's your very typical ball-looking joint, but it's a Dolphy Dream-esque ball joint. But it makes this like this is a very beautiful ball joint for me. Even though she can't like that's as far as that arm goes. She's got 90 degrees and nothing else. None of this like double jointed situation, which is part of the price of the doll, I think, and the engineering.
I think the
But
dolls
it's still
are made
she
of.
still has plenty of expressiveness in it.
I think the dolls are made of PVC and ABS by a Google search on Doll Dreaming.
They're plastic. They're just plastic. They're not vinyl or anything.
I mean, honestly, I almost like that better. That's almost a little closer to the Smart Doll Cortex, where I have to worry about staining a little less, which is actually... Oh, here we go. TinyFox. Okay, here we have some things in
let's discover, what is this made out of,
Japanese.
friends?
Maybe it's just not on the English. Yeah.
It's a soft enough plastic that her fingers have flex. Without me being concerned.
One Sukerushin. Come on, why is it just?
What are you looking at now? do I need to put? Would you like me to put my eyes on it?
Yeah, let me just copy and paste, and hopefully it works. Oh wait.
While you're doing that, she does have a chest joint. It lets her turn left and right. She can lean forward about maybe 30 degrees, lean back, just about the same. Not an extreme amount of posability, but what posability she has is beautiful looking.
That is really good. That is really good.
Like, it's very, in terms of the current technology of the doll hobby, most people would consider this quote unquote basic, but it's beautifully engineered. Like, the aesthetics are extremely good. And because it's they're pressure made joints, not strung joints, they hold in between poses really nicely. Like a lot of, I find, trying to make a pose look beautiful is about that in between pose. Between like one thing or another.
Catching up with Shaq.
The posing is, while it's not like I can't do with it what you can do with like a modern Volksstrung doll or Dolphy Dream it's enough. It is enough, and it's so like beautiful and smooth, and like it creates beautiful lines, which is kind of, that's always the tension, isn't it? It's like you want to have a beautiful line when they do move, but you also want movement that the material doesn't allow for.
I'll give you a brief intermission. I'll go to main video for a second, and you check out that Twitter.
Yeah, I'll put my eyes on some Japanese here.
Yeah. Okay, so briefly, this weekend I went to Lancaster County, near Lancaster City, and I know I'm saying it wrong for the locals, but I'm
Lancaster. You gotta get rid of all the
Lancaster?
vowels.
I don't know.
Lancaster.
I have no idea. I don't know which way to do that. Like for me, it's Trenton, and other people say Trenton.
Well, they're wrong.
Anyway, so we went to this place called the Doll Outlet.
That's PVC and ABS.
Yeah, so this place called the Doll Outfit specializes in life babies, clothing to fit American doll girls, Biddy, and similar dolls. And I did buy a few things when I was there, because some of the things are almost in the doll range that we have, but you kind of have to look and think about it because they don't allow you to try things on, and I wasn't about to bring my doll on a camping trip, which was the reason why I was there. So
good call.
So every now and then during an intermission, I will show one item and I will talk about its cost. So first item, $5.40. We have some cute flat shoes. Looking at the size of them, it looks like the soles are made out of foam and thinner, cheaper vinyl on the top. I think this is MSD size. Let's go take a look. Speaking of antique Volks, I think, yes, it was 2008. Let's see how far my headphone cord goes. You guys gotta come close. Yes. Everything's fine.
Nothing is wrong. Everything's fine. The podcast never has problems you never see because we don't let you see them.
There wasn't a doll that almost fell on the floor. Everything's fine. The stand isn't on the ground. Everything's fine. This is why I'm only...
You good?
Everything's fine. She's fine. She's just, she was checking out what was on the floor for a second. Alright, here's her stand back in. But I think this shoe is MSD size, so we can take Maya off of her stand. Let's see how good I was eyeballing things.
So I have a developed theory on material when you're ready for it.
Okay. So it is hard for me to slip it in. Her foot is the length of it, but I think if I squeezy, shimmy, we have a fit. And I can adjust that by putting elastic in the back.
Ooh, that's kind of cute.
Things like that. So there we go. Shoe one, $5. It was $5.40, and now I have some nice black dress shoes. As always, Maya gets all the dang cool stuff. And that was our brief doll outlet intermission.
That's very well for her at that scale.
Okay.
Kira, I remember the days of the glue gun.
Yeah,
and
I have.
Hot sueding. I don't have one that is sueded that way. I'm very lucky that I do have a Volks that is Volks sueded, which is great for me, so I don't have to do it.
It's got to feel quite good. All right.
It feels very good. All right, so here's my theory. All right, looking at this beautiful thing. Obitsu and A-Zone make their small bodies out of PVC.
Yeah.
According to the tweet, this body is PVC and ABS plastic. So I think it is just plastic. Resin is a type of plastic, technically.
Resin is a type of plastic.
Resin is just a two-part catalyst-driven reaction, whereas extruded plastics are heated up to a certain degree and then melted and then poured. I have a feeling that part of why I can see like where some work was done in her to get some lines out, but there's another smoking gun, as it were, in her materials and how it's made on her elbow, because there's a small flaw in her, and we'll see if I can make it visible to us as the audience. Oh my god, stop seeing me. Everything's going reverse because of the way cameras work. I don't know if you can quite see it. There's a drip on her elbow.
A drip?
I don't know if I can quite show it to everybody.
Why would there be a drip? I don't know much
There's
about...
like a tiny drip, which implies a warm thing running down. So I think she's just very beautifully quality level ABS plastic, the same one they use in Dendroids, the same ones they use in Figmas, the same ones they use in A-Zone for their bodies and for some of the smaller Obitsu bodies.
Also,
I think that's what it is.
A brief moment, F in the chat, because I have to yet again glue on Maya's eyelash.
Oh, it came off again?
Yeah, that's only like the 8th time or so.
Continuing, legs have full right range of motion.
Oh, that's great.
They have the thigh joint to help you go left and right. Down to the knee. Has a pretty good 90 degree. This will make her a very solid stander. I can tell. I can just put her on my desk and she'll just stand for days.
That's what I.
But
that's
take
what
a
I
look
like
at the
about
back of her knees.
Oh.
And it's.
Oh, that's interesting. It's like one piece here, one piece here, so it's not it doesn't. Huh. So it's only one point of friction there.
Yes, and it's clearly one is coming down from the skeletal structure and then locking into what's coming up from the leg, and both are like separate pieces from the leg pieces outside of them, if that makes sense. They're clearly internal.
Yeah. Oh, I'm curious. How long have we been streaming?
And then we have fairly straightforward feet joints. We can get about... She has the same problem with, say, Figma, where you have to have... If you want the foot to go the right way, you need to get the foot aligned the correct direction, because it only has, like, one back and forward joint and one swivel joint. So she can point her toe.
In the artwork, it looked like there was heel feet.
There are heel feet available separately.
Oh.
There's also hands available separately, and they're really not expensive. So I'm very much tempted by them, because I think the heel feet would look very cute on this particular doll.
Especially if you got one of those stands where you can just kind of have them like floating.
Yeah, when she can just float in the air, that would be fantastic.
Yeah.
So the detail, like her hands have have the faintest suggestion of nail beds. They're not as detailed as you find in a Volks doll, for example. Hey, it's Shizu-san. Hello, friend. How are you doing? How is A next? It's good to see you.
It seemed that people had relative good amounts of fun there.
I heard that there were some issues with sound and such, bleeding in from the event space into the artist alley space to the point people couldn't hear each other.
Oh my. I guess you would only know that if you were there during the main event. Oh.
Yeah. I have some artist friends who were actually had to leave. They could no longer conduct business.
Wow.
I'm trying to show you how these cute little feet, like, they are very well finished. They are like solid toes. They're not separated from each other, but they do have tiny little nails on them. And there's clearly some really fine sculpting. I'm looking down at it. You can't see what I'm looking at. I need a head down camera for these things. It has like really beautifully, let's see if I can get my chiaroscuro light helping. There it is. Really beautifully detailed in terms of the shapes and sizes of the little toes and like the little divots and like the form. There's a lot more subtlety than I expect from ABS. So, or from PVC. So I'm very pleased about that, personally.
Yeah, I believe like some of those AliExpress dolls and those like dolls, which I think might have like recasty sort of heads that you can get off of Amazon and the like. I think they have ABS bodies too, but they're nowhere near as pretty as this.
Like, this is a high quality version of that plastic.
So like they took that low price point functionality and put that towards that. So ABS plastic must be injected?
It must be. Usually, this type of plastic almost always is.
So it's injected, then has the hollow part, which would mean a higher cost up front, but then lower cost per production item than a vinyl outer shell, from what I understand from Danny Chu and Smart Doll like things. Shizu-san said two things, as we both look. Shizu-san said it was fun, separate buildings was poo. He mentioned in his live stream that there was 3 jitneys, which then ended up being 2 jitneys, aka buses between the 2 buildings, which are in 2 separate towns. And then Artist Alley, closest to main stage, I saw people wearing noise-canceling headphones. Amazingly terrible. Thank you.
You get little stickers.
Was that from James Dolland?
Yeah, yes. James Dolland is good people. She does such a nice job with her business. Cute. But what I'm trying to wonder is if as I get into like the clothes and such, if I shouldn't find a way to like.
Why don't you work on the head?
Well, I need to open. I'm not even in that part of the box.
Do you want to put the eyes in? And while you do a brief,
I don't know where the eyes are. I'm not even there.
You're not even there.
In the back, there's a whole secondary box that's all separate from the like display piece of the front, which has this like beautiful moon and moth motif going on.
Well, just for a moment.
So it's a whole box by itself.
For a brief moment, I'm going to pause my incoming video so I can just go to the bathroom.
Yes, I'll handle it. We can look at this box together.
Let's see. So,
look at this beautiful branding. It is extremely cute and consistent. It's all of the like the body was by itself on display inside the main pieces of the things, and so it's telling me very nicely wigs, eyes, clothes, shoes, accessories are in this box. And there's no tape holding this box shut in particular. It's just pressure folded, so we can easily. That's where Fox says hi on the top, as we can kind of go in there. The little details in packaging, get me, because they didn't have to do this. As you go to open it, you just get this little heart. Didn't need a message. Didn't need a little heart here on this little piece of the flap, just there for you to find. That is attention to detail. As I now slide it open. Let's see what this is like. Oh, I found the wig. Pretty standard wig packaging. Wig net. Protective halo inside of vinyl plastic with a small... Let's see, does vinyl plastic... Let's see if the bag has venting on it to prevent molding. Does not, but that's alright. I don't see anything of concern. I'm just reaching in and pulling things out. It's so cute, Shizu-san. Like, the packaging, I'll have to go back, or you can later look back and I'll show you again. Everything is packaged very neatly together. Here's the whole package of the full set outfit. You can see here's something, I don't even know what that is. There's words on it. I don't know what it means. I can make a vague guess, but I'm going to find out later, I'm sure, because I need to open this. It's a very nice, tidy package where I'm not concerned about pieces being lost or missing pieces. I found the eyeballs. Beautiful animatic eyes. Let's see. Can I make my camera care about this more than about my face? It's hard to tell. They are a beautiful, dusty purple in actual life, as opposed to the blue it's appearing. And we do, your classic. Shake the box to make sure you're not missing anything.
As I realize my feet
now
are freezing.
there was I think I'll either find it or not. there is a special third eye that's got kind of a spooky look to it.
Oh, I did see that. I saw one other person do a box opening.
I don't know if my set comes with that eye, because that was sort of like a special little edition thing.
Oh, maybe it was like the first so many that
check
ordered or something.
Yeah, so I'll double check it. Eyes do come with eye putty, so that was nice of them.
Let's see.
And I have an instruction booklet that is also with a certificate, extremely charming, inside of a sealed soft vinyl plastic bag. So we'll go into there first before we go into everything else, because it might tell me something I need to know.
Let's see. What is...
So we have
that
birth certificate.
On the website,
so you can do
it's only showing the 2 eyes.
Yeah. Dolland might only have had the 2 eyes. If you ordered directly from her website, you might have gotten the special spooky third one. I really liked it, so I'm kind of sad if I don't have it.
I purchased patch 1 fair. Full set of bonuses, broken butterfly. Full set of bonuses. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, so I'll have to look into that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is very good. The all of this kind of like telling you some basic care instructions is in 3 languages: Chinese, English, and Japanese. Which makes sense. Those are the primary markets they're going to be in terms of like they are assuming most people who are not speaking the other 2 will at least be familiar with the third, which is, I have opinions about that on the more philosophical large scale, but we're not focusing on that right now.
I just got cold because the sun is starting to go down, and I realized...
So I have this is a little bit of history about the brand. There is the sort of... You know how every ball-jointed doll company has, like, the mythos of where the creatures they create come from?
Do they? I guess they do.
And the, like, doll, for example, Volks has, like, these are angels that have come to visit us. Like, that's the framing story.
From your own heart. Oh,
from
Kira, good night.
Have a lovely evening, Kira. This will be up up for watching later as we ramble on.
Yeah, I know.
You sound like you look like, so this should probably be good for you. It's not nicely edited or anything. This is just us bouncing around as we usually do.
Yeah.
And then it's very cute. The story is like, once upon a time, there was a dream of a little fox, and the fox made all these creatures out of the forest that he lived in.
Aww.
Is sort of the framing story. On the back, it kind of tells you about the dolls and their parts. It talks about the different option sizes. It talks about basic care and cleaning.
Do not melt your doll.
Cleaning method is not translated, so I will sort that out later. Why is the cleaning care not... Why is everything else translated, but how to clean your doll is not?
Just
that makes
with images. How does this
no
work?
sense. No sense. The doll body... Oh, here we are. Answers our question, Becca.
Oh.
The doll body is made of high-quality PVC material, safe and non-toxic. The body joints are made of a new hard materials which are stronger and more bionic than ordinary ABS parts. The whole body is composed of more than 70 parts. The knit card part adopts straight insert screw post plus plastic cord nut, which is more secure and easier to operate. It can also be adapted to most BJD products on the market. So the exterior is made out of PVC and the interior is made out of a special kind of ABS material.
Huh.
Well, that explains that. If only I read their documentation instead of making you go looking through the internet.
It's fine. This is fine. Brief moment to remind.
I get special hands. I didn't know I was getting these.
Oh, cute. Cute.
They're the little fox face hands.
Oh, con.
For a TinyFox. Maybe I will find a special eyeball eventually.
I see what they did there.
I would love to have that special eyeball. Is it in there? No, it's not hiding.
A reminder for everybody that's...
I want the creepy eye, Becca. I want the creepy eye.
Reminder for everybody to hit that thumbs up button as we look at the lovely hands. As some of my friends say, hand pack one.
All right, let's see. I don't know what this is or what this says. I will use the internet to figure it out later. Because there's these 2 things that have they're like little circles, they're little pads, and they have like a specific...
I did
They're labeled.
see
I don't know what that
that
label means right now. This is not the language I personally
I saw that in the other person's opening, and I have no idea.
This delicate little belt.
Hmm.
Oh god, none of this is gonna be any good. Let's see if I can, do the thing that makes everyone dizzy. Ooh, can I actually get away with this? I kinda can.
Fabulous. We just get the glowing laptop as keyboard as well, which is fine. Oh, that makes the focus so much better. Great.
Right? That's why I kind of wanted to move him around. My face is gone for a little while.
That's okay.
Let me just... If you can't see it, you don't know it's a mess.
This is good. All right. This is great.
Beautiful. So let's go through this. All right. Wig. Beautiful wig. It's a soft silver. I should just...
Does it have a part, or does it kind of bunch up to the the spoke thing from the center?
It has a part.
Oh, it has a part. It has a false scalp. That's great. That's nice quality.
It's a false scalp. But it is. It looks nice. It's a nice part. Because it's supposed to be a short wig. It has I don't know where my camera is. It has tissue paper inside to kind of hold the shape. It is very cute. I'm
guessing the focal point on your camera
has been cut to style.
I'm guessing the focal point on your camera is at least a foot to more away, just because they expect human faces to be that far from their computers.
No, it's about 2 feet away.
Yeah, so that'll be
fine.
Work.
That's probably why I was. We have this tiny little belt.
Tiny belt with tiny button piece.
Tiny belt with a tiny little belt piece that is the shape of a heart. We have the headpiece, which just drapes over the top of the head of the doll.
Yeah, I think I saw it has like a comb or something to attach it. How does it attach?
No, it just lays.
Oh, okay, so just gravity.
Just lays over the top, just gravity. There's this beautiful, I'm trying to figure out which way is upside down or right side up for the viewers. These beautiful jewelry pieces that have been incorporated into the lace. And if you look very closely, very specifically, these small little beads have been added to add just this little bit of detail.
Oh, that's cool.
To it. It's all very delicate, and it just has overall this sense of like a lot of care went into the design piece.
Honestly, I think the tilting camera down thing works perfect.
Yes, I agree.
This is fine.
So much better. This is doing doll unboxing. Look at the little pearls. They're not real pearls, obviously. Little pearls scattered about the main outfit.
Is it
these
kind of
beautiful wings that have been? It's like almost like a.
I think it's like embroidered.
I don't know what material this is. It's embroidered, which I like about that because of the sturdiness implied. But what it's embroidered into is like not. I don't know what material this is. It's not made out of a natural material for sure. And there's like this small detail here. She does like to lean into like the fantasy Catholic imagery as people do.
Oh, the exotic Catholic through the
exotic Catholic
through the eyes of the Far East.
Ooh, there is wire inside the wings, so
cool.
They can be mildly posed, not intensely, but mildly posed. They're attached.
I did see them showing a lot of things with those in specific like poses, and I'm like, did they just like hold it like that and edit out the string for the photo? But I guess maybe it's a combo.
They can't like defy. Here we are. They can't defy gravity.
Yeah.
But you can add a mild amount of shaping to them and helps keep the edge. The collar is gorgeous. It's Shizu-san. The wings sold me initially. These sold me. The collar is beautiful. It also has the same machine embroidery that's been done very well. There is lace and then like these small seed beads. The collar, the fastening is a small pearlized bead. Underneath is a hook and eye. Oh, I'll do that where you guys can see it.
Hook and eye is good.
There is a hook and eye right here.
Gosh darn.
On behind that has been. I'm seeing no loose threads. It has been very nicely sewn in. And yeah, it's just hook and eye for both pieces. So they're very easy to take apart, put it back together again.
Gosh darn.
This black is potentially a concern with the doll. This
ABS
being against the top is a concern. Sleeves! Becca, look at the sleeves!
I'm coming back.
Look, there's a split sleeve with 2 layers
Oh,
underneath.
that's very like medieval period clothing inspired.
And then there's this cute little bow like at the wrist, and
Because
the
you would
wrist
have
just like
like,
fans out.
because you'd like have a chemise and then you'd wear something
Yeah,
over
yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah, yeah.
chemise would show.
Exactly. And then it's just the fabric choices are just so darling, and the way they've been the construction overall is very well thought out.
Just to
All the things
confirm,
I'm seeing are very solid,
just to
very on
confirm
point,
what I'm
nothing
kind of
like strange.
seeing in the image here, um, the lines that I'm seeing, that's not print. It's almost like a crimping in the fabric, right?
That is just how the fabric is, yes.
Cool.
That is the nature of the fabric. It's the way it's been woven has these material changes so that it's not only visual but it's textural and also catches the light differently. So their fabric choice is like,
It's a lot
spot
of,
on, especially compared to their reference.
it's very cool to kind of add like a visual interest without busying it without too much like different colors.
Yes.
Because I think that's a nice little detail.
Using texture instead. And
Yeah.
then here is the undergarment as well as stockings. Gosh, I have to get the pointy feet. I gotta get the heeled feet.
Yeah, I think. Well, if we need to order from
I
Jane's
want the
Doll,
eye. I want the weird eye. I like it when they're weird.
maybe it was like this
I'm mad about it.
first X
Um,
amount of pre-orders or something, or
Or if you ordered it directly from their website rather than from, say, Jane's Dolland, exactly.
yeah, something like that.
I don't think Jane's Dolland promised me that, but I'll double check. There's just a simple pair of tights,
Don't mind
and
me.
then
I'm just
this God, man, look at this thing. It's this underdress.
saw that there's like a detail to like the outline of the waist part of that, which was interesting because it almost looked like it was
Yeah.
like, not to say gusseted, like, you know what I mean, like darts. I'm like, is that for the
It's
chest?
seams. This is princess seams for the little bit of chest that she has.
Oh, so it actually is supposed to go up at the chest.
Yeah, this is like a slight overbust, and then like with an empire waist that would then come down.
I like that you know all these word things.
Yes. And then the dress itself is 2 layers. This really lovely, soft-feeling diaphanous underlayer that's been heavily gathered. There's a lot of material here, and then this really delicate lace material on top that has this edging on it that then cascades. This is where my camera is. My camera's not near my face anymore. That just like cascades outward
That
and creates this like beautiful layering effect. That's
Once
part of
again-
also why I really chose this above others, is the layers and the way the layers work together.
lots of cool details.
Held together in the back by a snap, which is, you always have to be careful with them, but it's like slips on over. I don't see any reason why she shouldn't come together very easily when she's actually put all together. And then now that we have our top down, here's her eyes. They are purple. They look blue here because of the yellow lighting that I'm in. And she's got little con hands. I was not expecting the hands. That almost makes up for not getting the eyeball. Look, I like the eye. It's a weird little thing, and I like it. I like
It's
my weird
fine.
shit.
I'm like in the middle of being hot and not hot. I'm like,
Actually, I can zoom out here. Haha, you can see more.
oh, cool. It has a zoom.
I can. My camera does, yes.
That's amazing.
It's not an optical zoom. It's a digital zoom. So just you know what I'm talking about. It's otherwise all the pieces are soft and well put together, exactly as I expected, except for missing the eyeball. I really wish I had. And I'm not gonna stop it. This is gonna be the thing I'm not stopping about. But now that we have this like top down, and I can zoom in for y'all. Here we go.
Yeah.
So I can give you a better look at the face itself.
Just rotate
I
that
don't quite have
180,
the
darling. Rotate the head 180.
This way.
That way. Yeah, there we go.
There we are. Oh, that's be away from me. Down is away from me.
And if
This
we
beautiful face.
once again, I'm gonna pink in the image just so you guys can see, and I can make it bigger. You guys can see that.
She is
There's like this
Absolutely
little
gorgeous.
painting here with the lips and a little bit of white paint there. 2 little red dots. several colors of masks. I see like at least 3 or 4 colors in this face.
I would say there's also a blushing layer.
Yeah.
1, 2, because there's white details on the eyelashes.
Yes, I see those. I see those here. Well, everybody's seeing it right now.
1, and oh my goodness. But you may be able to just barely see. There's also a purple underlayer to the lashes.
I think I see
Not just black.
that. Oh, I do see that.
1, 2, 3, 4, at least 5 masks. At least 5.
Cool.
If not more.
That's really cool. Okay, I'm
Let's
taking
put some
off the
eyes.
image so we can see this.
Let's put some eyes in, shall we? Do we want to do that? We want to put some eyes in and then see if we can put her in one piece?
Yes, let's do assembly.
Alright, here's an animatic.
Because eventually we do have to have our dinner.
Yes, and then we will release ourselves. But she comes with her own putty. I guess I will use it. I don't know where my putty is anyway. I don't have a choice exactly. It's not like it, because I don't know where my other putty is. Okay, let's take 2 pieces out. It always reminds me of gum.
Ask if those are dimple dots. It's interesting that it comes with its own sticky tack. That's nice.
Yes.
I wouldn't call those dimple dots. I think it's also something, once again, kind of quoting something from the...
It's like a makeup style reference where you put little dots on the cheeks. It's referencing... There's an era of Chinese history where that was like the thing you did. You also put like... There's also a period where you put dots, like intricate things on your forehead as like accents to your forehead because you wanted your forehead to be nice and tall. So you like showed it off by drawing on it. Alright, let's see if I can center myself there. Alright. How's this gonna work?
History's always interesting for ladies because sometimes it's like, why are you reading scripture and memorizing it? You can't do that. But then also sometimes they're like, oh, this is cool. This person is like writing stories and like publishing them. And it's so weird. The world is so weird. It's like, so is it good for a girl to be educated or not good? Is it...
Do you want us to be like this or not like this? I'm noticing a little bit of something on the eyeballs, but that might be from me touching it with the putty a little bit too early.
Yeah.
The ticky-tack a little too early. I need to, like, my hands would be significantly in front of me, which is why they keep on disappearing. It's been a hot minute since I put eyes in. You make a donut, right? That's how this works.
Or you can kind of just...
It's very sticky, so I'm having a little bit of...
Tack over the edge just a little on the top and bottom, and it should...
Okay, which way's up? Which way's up? Which way's down? Okay, another thing you guys can probably not see, there's a tiny little butterfly inside of the eye.
Oh, that's cute.
Like the world's tiniest little butterfly. Alright. We're just gonna go for it.
Do we have mild success?
We will see. The holes for her eyes to go into are very like deep and modeled. Like it is hard to put them in incorrectly. Like they're very deep, very deep. Like the eye like just perfectly fits in there. I'm barely having to like do any rearranging, which is kind of nice actually because it's there and it's where it's supposed to be and I don't have to fight it. So that's nice. And of course you guys are seeing like the back of her. Unfortunately I need it like this so I can see what I'm doing for the moment. Let's see if I can make there be something happening on the screen as I'm making my little Lincoln log.
If you need a break, I can try on more shoe things.
Oh no, we're good. And I don't really need as much sticky tack as I'm using. Like in a Dolphy or a Volk's head, you need a lot more situation because the eyes are like usually fully round. These are flat because of the animatic eye style. All right, let's get her. Let's see if I can do this in a way that other people can see what I'm doing and thus feel like they're part of the moment rather than just listening to me rattle on about it. There it is. And the problem is making sure she's looking at something as opposed to being cross-eyed. Let's see. No, she just went in. They've molded the head so it's very hard for her to be cross-eyed. It just kind of goes where it's supposed to go, which is kind of cool. All right, so there she is.
Oh.
What do you think, Becca? She look cross-eyed?
No, she doesn't look cross-eyed. She looks like kind of sleepy, not focusing, but not cross-eyed, if that makes sense.
Yes. Let's see.
But that also might be, it might be hard because she doesn't have as well-defined pupils. So that might make that,
I guess the more thing is whether they're right side up, like they're straight up and down.
Yeah.
As compared to the head itself. I think I think I'm just thinking too hard because when I normally do this with SDs, this is much harder.
Yeah.
She just did it. She just did it on her own. I didn't have to work for this. And I'm like, why am I not working for this? There's nothing about her outfit also that means that I need her head to be off of here to make it go on. It will go on with her head on, so I'm going to put it on before I lose all the pieces. All right. So let's see. Here we are. But here's this neck piece that was in there. So the way it goes, her head goes on first. You can see how she now moves back and forth on it.
It's got like a pivot. Okay.
Yeah. And then, fortunately, I also need to see what I'm doing.
With that slot, does that mean it's harder for her to tilt the head left and right than up and down?
Correct. There's less movement that way, yeah.
Interesting.
Let's zoom out a little bit so I have a little bit more room to work with here, and you guys can see more what I'm doing.
Shizu-san, I know you're going to be...
Oh, like daydreamy look. Yes, Shizu-san, exactly.
And Shizu-san, I know you're going to be streaming after this. If you can send me a link in one of the various ways that we know each other.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, I'll link that at the end here.
Oh, fantastic. And now I get to put her wing nut back on.
I'm trying to look and I'm trying to
remember. This is a little testy because like the wing nut has a place it wants to be, and the neck piece that's under it has a place it wants to be, and they don't necessarily want to combine. I can definitely see this piece breaking if you ratchet it down too hard. Does that make sense to you?
Because it's a little bit rigid.
Well, it's made out of like a white plastic that I'm not 100% shall we say, confident in? Oh yeah, if you do it too hard, then she just can't move her head at all. I need some looseness so that she can
move around.
A little mobility.
I guess if you put like a really heavy wig on, it would be helpful.
Yeah.
So if you just pre-pose it, scrunch it.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, hello.
Oh, well, now,
Oh, hello.
I guess that's okay, it looks like a peg and turn system there.
Yes. So I think we'll just do that.
You got a little ahead of yourself.
Uh-oh. We're going to see if I can fix this. I think the neck... Well, we've just discovered something, haven't we? About how this goes together.
Yes, accidentally.
And why this is This is definitely part of the... This is why this is a 300 as opposed to a 700. Because of the way this system works here. If this was a strung doll, this absolutely wouldn't be the case. Oh, okay. So there's like a whole thing in here. And this goes inside here and then turns so that it doesn't come out anymore. Interesting. So that's something new I have learned. Let me go like this. Let me get this head back on. And then we just... Oh, come back. This is what real doll hobby is like, folks. It's a lot of quietly screaming internally as you're carefully manipulating a bunch of small joints and small items at the same time.
There we go. That link in chat is for Shizu-san's
You should tell anyone... For anyone who doesn't know who Shizu-san is, you should tell them who he is, if they are not familiar.
Shizu-san does bi-weekly and bi-weekly content whenever available. The first bi-weekly content is
there we go.
Beyond the Doll, with interactive live stream just like this. The other ones is oh my gosh, I'm forgetting the main content. But basically that's a more edited content news stream, hitting all the big doll, by big doll I mean larger, Asian doll manufacturers with Smart Doll, Volks, and A-Zone News bi-weekly. So definitely give him a follow. He also streams video games now and then, and several of us this weekend have persuaded him, just like I was persuaded recently, to start poking into Honkai Star Rail, because it is in fact, while a gacha, it is free to play friendly, and it looks like all the plot will be easily accessible without paying. So
now here's one thing. Oh wait, no, she has. I was about to say she doesn't have underwear, and she has like a short dress. No, she has this.
Yes.
I'm a fool.
Fool.
I'm a fool.
So
is there back and forth to this possibly?
So
now I'm at the point where I can put clothes on her.
So these shoes were a little big, but I can either edit them down or figure out something but not terribly big. I can work with
I
this.
absolutely have to get her pointy feet.
Also,
she'll be so much cuter.
These feet, Smart Doll feet, are smaller than Asian feet. Volk's feet is what I was trying to say. My brain just blooped.
I was about to say they're all made in technically in the HMAU.
Yeah, so these ones were $3. So no big whoop that they didn't fit perfect, but I can edit them if need be.
Yes, exactly.
Oh
hey,
my
Louisa.
god! Hi, Louisa.
We know that person, don't we?
We do, for a long time. A long
listener, and someone who we've chatted with before. It is a delight to be able to talk to you in real time, Louisa, as I am struggling with the orientation of these tights. I know that there's a sidedness to this. I just need to figure out what it is.
You think?
I think. Because, like, the toe, like, the longer toe is on this side.
Is it?
So I go like this, the longer toe. No, it'll be the same problem.
It's a tight. Like,
so these have not been the most excellently designed pieces of doll clothes I have ever used, shall we say.
We do like their fabric choices, but perhaps the cuts are...
Like, the sort of the patterning of them could be more sensible. Yeah. But that's okay.
Yeah, that being...
She's going to be gorgeous when she's all put together.
That being said, with things...
Hello. I'm always shocked when it's like, oh, someone knows my name.
People.
Oh, there we go. I found a way to put it on her foot that it looks nice.
There we go.
So that's nice.
And then, I remember anybody coming in, hit that little thumbs up, because it'll help people find this video after we're all done streaming today, and we all go and eat. Speaking of, Shiza-san going out for dinner, have a lovely evening. I know we've been talking for a while.
That was very nice of you to come by.
Yes, thank you.
I think we'll get her dressed, and that'll be like our accomplishment.
Yes. Yeah, I think...
Because once... This is the only fuddly bit. Everything else will go on very easily. But it's great to see you, Louisa. As we are currently dressing this TinyFox. Oh. What's the word? It's a math word. What's the math word? Fibonacci? Fibonacci.
Oh, isn't that Fibonacci spiral? Is that what it is?
Yes, it's the Fibonacci spiral. She is named after that math concept.
Oh,
so we finally have some underwear on her because of, I think, the way the insects are with their kind of fractal like body shapes. So that everything fits very nicely. Don't mind me, I need to grab a tissue real quick. I'm not going to make everybody listen to me do that, so I'll mute myself real quick.
Okay. As a brief aside, we got glasses. Those actually look pretty good, I would say. I'll cover my face so that focusing may occur. She looks pretty good with those. Those were $1 on clearance, so not bad, not bad. Just let me know when you're back, Lindsey.
Alright, I'm ready. I've zoomed out a little bit because we're getting to the main event of her outfit.
Okay, switching to your video.
Switching video.
Yes, Slayers slay.
Louisa, that was the only way Volks was going to get me to get a full set without going through other shenanigans for it. She is absolutely gorgeous. We could now that we know we can do this, we could do like more intense talking about the logistics of how some of these things go together, like the clothing and the pieces. Because Lena has some wild tricks going on underneath the the image of her that I did not know was going on until I had her.
There is
She's got some wild engineering going on.
There were some major limitations to what we could functionally do as an audio podcast for a visual medium. Which was a choice.
It's her little chest thing. But Louisa, yes, she is the pride of my collection, I have to say. Alright, she has this nice little snap in the back. I'm so excited to get her in together. It's the full set really that got me. Plus the overall aesthetic. So she has her little bust thing going on. And it's already starting to look lovely. Yeah. What is up, what is down?
Oh, that goes all the way up there.
You need to keep your chest covered. And then, I mean, a lot of the layers and the beauty of it are built into the garments. There's only 2 pieces ultimately to her garment. And then this goes on much like a jacket. I will slowly learn how to do this in a way that everyone can appreciate the aesthetics as we're doing it. I can just get her little old hand in there. I can get it not stuck in her lining. Because she's got thumbs. And we all know that thumbs are the death of cuffs. There's just enough room. Does her hands
pop out? I guess you don't want to risk it right now. He's like,
I mean, she has replaceable hands. Obviously it was. I gotta try now. You know, I should probably look this up before I do it. In case there's a trick. All right, let's get the rest of her together. It's like trying to. At least this toddler isn't screaming at you. Okay. Get the other sleeve in. Here it's coming together.
Jay Louisa says, I'm debating on getting that. Oh gosh, Lindsey, you read it. Thank you.
Zelgus.
Zelgus.
3 syllables.
It does seem like there was a syllable that seemed elided in my audio. Garage Kit, they have on their website, but never done a Garage Kit before. He's my favorite from that show.
Oh, go ahead.
I might be learning how to Garage Kit at some point. I want to try it at least once because it is the part of the hobby that led to.
It is the OG.
Yeah, so.
I already lose a piece. Where'd your little belt go?
So, white shoes are ever so slightly small for my mini Super Dolphy, so we shall see if I can.
Where'd my little belt go?
Where'd
the little belt go? Where'd I put it?
Somewhere there's video evidence.
Someone saw it. Someone on the stream saw what I did with it.
It probably just brushed onto the floor as you were moving lots of fabric around.
Probably.
There's a lot of fabric movement was happening.
It was literally in my lap. Louisa, if you're interested in GKs, but you've never done them before, the type of GK that the Zelgadis the series is made out of, is a perfect beginner's GK. Because the pieces are pre-colored plastic, so you don't have to paint it if you don't want to. The way it goes together is more like each piece that is a color is extruded in that color in the plastic. So his gray hair is already gray. His beige parts are already beige. The next step would be adding blushing essentially, or doing painting details, but it is designed for a beginner Garage Kit person to put it together and not have to paint anything. So if he's your passion, and he's one of the more advanced versions of that GK kit from Volks, if he's your passion though, he's not a bad place to start, is what I would say.
Bring you some food.
I am a little hungry.
All right, I'll bring you some food.
Where does this go? I think you guys are out.
If I'm eating, I will just remove my video so it's not.
No, we'll free you shortly.
So these shoes are a little less stretchy than the black shoes, but they're right there, so I can just add a little something to the back and they'll.
Louisa, if I have a problem, you have to have a problem.
We all have problems here.
We all have problems here. That is how this works in Ningo Bingo. We are here to aid, abet, and destroy your bank account.
No. Keep collecting dolls, but keep a budget. Remember?
It's been so long, Becca. One problem I am seeing with how this full set goes together is because she's so, for lack of a better term, smooth. The underskirt does not want to stay up.
Huh. I wonder if you can
It just does not want to stay in place very well.
use
It wants to slide. But
sticky
like
tack.
there are, I think this might be for that. But I will have to investigate that at a later time because she is almost fully together, and she is looking so cute. Look at her. Look at this.
We're getting close. We're getting
Look
close.
at this. Look at how cute she is as a full set. And then all she needs, all the lady needs is her. Maybe I can make her look up at you guys. There she goes. Look at how beautiful all the details come together, though. Like, goddamn, she's not here to be posable. She's here to look good, and I'm okay with that. Look at this. It's so gorgeous. All right, let's put her hair on, and then we can both be free.
Yes, as the microwave starts to create an audible timer in the other room. Boop 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 boop, and the rotary.
First attempt at something like this. I think we're doing pretty good.
Yeah, honestly, we started at 5. It's currently 6:47. We're dressing a new doll in real time for the first time.
And for the first time after doing a full unboxing.
Yeah.
I think they were doing pretty good. There she goes. She's got her hair on. She needs a little bit of styling to get in the right, like to get everything in the right, laying the right way, but otherwise pretty much is pretty much out of the box. More or less. And then I need to find a way to get her crown so that when I do this, I can put a crown on her. She's so cute once it's all together. And then you just put this little guy on.
Wow.
And she's precious.
I think you definitely need the heel feet.
I definitely need the heel feet. I definitely need the crown because it would help keep this on top of her head correctly.
Yeah.
This is a little heavy in the back. So I'll look in to see if there are solutions already built into this that in the pieces that I cannot particularly read. But she's also like, her head is tilted back there. I'm sure if when her head is tilted forward and gravity is working normally, it actually sits quite well.
You could.
It sits very well when she's not leaning backwards.
Why don't you move your camera back up and we can see a forward
Yes.
position?
Whee! And she can rise up like Simba.
Na Savannah. I can't do more of the song because they will hit us with the thing.
Well, that song is basically just in Swahili going, "It's a lion. It sure is a lion."
Yeah.
Let's see if I can arrange
Oh.
it. There she is. There she is.
I've
She's a
been
little
handed.
white. She's a little blown out because of the nature of being a doll made out of a white material.
Also, your skin tone is in the back messing with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I hide,
Yeah, right?
is it better?
A little, but not a lot.
Look at her,
Yeah.
straight out of the box. Look at this. She is freaking gorgeous. It's really about the full set. It's not about the other things we often get caught up in about posing.
The last piece I got, because I've just started filtering through it all, is this little crown that was like on discount because I didn't have the jewel anymore for $1. So that goes there. That being said, it's about.
So here she is. This is the TinyFox Fibonacci full set, minus the crazy eye that I really wish I had. She went together very easily. The whole outfit just looks exactly as I expected, matches the photographs precisely, no surprises. She is gorgeous. And can I get her to stand? Oh, she has her name embroidered on the back of her collar, actually.
Aww.
But I got her standing, so I'm not gonna make any moves right now. But there she is. She is standing on her own 2 feet, pretty solidly.
Fabulous. As I adjust stalls behind me so I can adjust food into me shortly.
Yes, but there she is.
Amazing.
Thank you for joining me on this journey, Becca.
Yeah.
I've never, like, for both of us, this is a whole different type of part of the hobby we've never investigated.
I know.
So-
You have me curious, but I'm just going to try to live vicariously for a little while.
This is how we work. We both live in different parts of the pond. I'm in, like, the artisanal weirdo end.
Yeah, Jay Louisa said your recent videos are marked for YouTube Kids. Didn't know if you knew that. The first few were, but I had to mark this one not for kids. Because...
Yeah, because it gets weird.
Yeah, so the last one I did review a Monster High, so that makes sense.
But these are not, like, and also our general discussion isn't, like,
Yeah.
child-directed.
Yeah, and also it didn't allow for live chat unless I took it off of child. I had to remove that. So hopefully that is fixed because we have
you
live
only
chat
just joined. Look at the back. Look at the back details. And she has her little name.
I guess let's just give us 5 more minutes, and if you guys have any questions for those that are remaining now, that'll give time for everything to catch up. Please,
Yes, if you
please send
have-
them into the chat.
we are happy to talk for at least a little bit because we have food that we need to get to in our time zone.
Yay!
Becca, I need those heel feet.
Whale.
God, I need those heel feet real bad.
I should.
She'll
when
be so cute with them.
I definitely need some sort of something to go on this bottom right. I guess the audio is probably not. But when my video catches up in the center, I need something down there. I need to figure out how to make that chat not bright white, because I know that's a thing that can happen. I don't know how to do that. Apparently I earned an hour
So
towards my
cute.
stand goal, but I've been sitting.
Whatever. Oh, well.
Not sure.
Oh my gosh, she is so pretty. Everything is the embroidery. I'm just really blown away by the littlest details that
Do you
she's got.
think
going
you can
on.
show that on the back? Here we go.
Hmm?
Do you think you can show that embroidery on the back of the collar?
The wings, you mean?
No, the collar. You mentioned the collar.
I can show that again. Yes. So that's like it's hidden a little bit right there. But
Ah, super cute.
look how cute that is. There's a lot of little details that I'm very delighted by.
Yeah.
Like up in her collar here, like the tiny little. There's just a lot of texture. There's a lot of thoughtfulness. Her wings, the wing patches, have like a gradient going on, which is not always easy to do in this type of machine embroidery.
It's
Nothing.
really cool.
There's no loose threads. There's nothing falling apart. Everything's very sturdy.
Better.
And when it's all together, it looks exactly as I expected.
Oh,
Which is impressive.
What is the country of origin? Is it China? Is it Korea?
Chinese.
It is Chinese.
It's Chinese.
Okay.
TinyFox is Chinese. And China's kind of where a lot of these, this methodology of making ball joint dolls is coming out of, where it's you have a base form and use that as the jumping off part for all the creativity. So, like, the base forms are consistent, but it's, like, what you do around them that makes them different.
It's really
Rather than having, like,
fun.
111 different full choice heads as Volks does.
Nice.
That's part of, like, that's where the cost cutting is coming, right? They don't have they don't have to invest in, like, 6 different faces. They have 1 head and 2 skin tones, and that's what the artist works off of.
So I didn't see any extra questions come through the chat. I'll just make sure I should be
I'm not
over
seeing
here
anything new quite yet.
that we're up to that part in live, and I think we are.
We have given it a little bit of space.
So
But I'm very excited to share this with you in person sometime, Becca.
yes. So everyone out there, if you liked what you saw today, be sure to listen to our existent podcasts, which you can find on iTunes, whatever the Google one is, I can't even remember it, and various other ones.
Podcast. It used to have a name. It's just Google Podcast.
Yeah, so just look up Ningyo Bingo, Ningyo Bingo, which I don't even have to say because it exists up there now. It's up on the top. I should probably do the side by side for an outro.
I guess. Maybe. I'm like in the middle. You can't even see the doll because I don't have her in the middle. There she is. Yeah, no, that's a very awkward name. I'll just hold her up.
Yeah, just
I'm just enjoying the fact she's standing.
yeah. Here, I'll bring a dolly in too. And then if you ever have any questions or want to talk, make suggestions, whatever, we have an email. That's ningyobingo, ningyobingo @gmail.com. We have a website, ningyobingo.com, which brings us to our blog spot, YouTube, and every freaking thing else. So you have lots of ways to find us in content that we have created. Right now, I'm going to grab that link again. Copy.
And so Shizu-san, who is a friend of the channel, as it were, and also a BJD collector, mostly a smart doll collector, as I understand him.
Yes.
Smart doll and Volks vinyl is
Yes.
going live, if not already, soon today, correct?
Yes, he will be going live a little later, playing the beginning intro pieces of Honkai Star Rail, which is another lovely waifu collector, which is only several months old now. It got out of its betas and things. One of the things I commented, that's created by Hoyoverse, and this one is this doll, the first thing I saw with all the flowy stuff, and I'm like, it feels like a Genshin character, because that has everything that would be flowy, wellier things. So
she's in that visual language.
Yes. So as Lindsey and I contemplate making custom dolls of our favorite husbandu and waifu from Hoyoverse games,
Yes.
I would like to remind you to keep on collecting dolls.
But keep the budget.
Yay! Okay.
We did it. Can you edit the ends and the starts of YouTube lives?
No idea. But we're gonna do our...
Yes, we're gonna find out.